Good morning, students. Today I will start the lab programming of this 8086 microprocessor. So we are using MASM software for writing the programs for 8086 microprocessor. So this MASM software will work for XP OS, but most of the OS we are using Windows 10 or Windows 8 like that. So we have to use one emulator like that, that is a DOS box. So in order to write the DOS box, in order to run the programs, uh, you have to use this DOS box. And so DOS box initially it will be the Z drive. So you have to mount the given drive. So whatever the drive is there, normally there will be one folder, 8086 folder. So first you have to store that 8086 folder in any of the drive, either it is a D drive, E drive, or F drive. So suppose here I saved that 8086 folder in F drive. So I'm mounting mount F space F colon backslash. So now drive F is mounted as a local drive. Okay. So now what you should do, you have to go to that drive. So press F colon. Okay, press F colon. So this is F drive. So it is going into F drive. Now you have to go into that directive. So that is what is the directive? 8086. So CD is nothing but going into the directive. So CD 8086. Enter. Okay. So for writing the program, you have to create the program with a file name. So for writing that, I have to use a command edit file name. Suppose here I written some program name, um, arith.asm, some arithmetic instructions. So here I written the program for basic arithmetic instructions. So if you press Alt Enter, you will get the full screen. So this is the full screen. Okay. So here if you see, this is a full screen. So if you see, this is a dot model small and dot code. So dot model small means you have four segments, no, core segment, a data segment, extra segment, and stack segment. So you are using one code segment and one data segment for the programming. You can use dot model small. So dot model small and dot code. So you are writing the program. So that is dot code. So what you are doing, you are moving AX with 2000H and moving BX with 1000H. So now you are adding AX with BX. So the content of AX and content of BX will be added, and the result will be stored in where? AX. Okay. So 2000 plus 1000 means you are getting the 3000. So 3000 result you are getting into the AX. Okay. So every time AX will change. So that's why again you have to initialize AX with that value 2000. So next what you should do, you have to do subtraction. So subtraction sub AX comma BX means AX minus BX. So result will be stored in AX. So that means 2000 minus 1000. So you are getting 1000 will be stored in AX. Okay. So now again moving AX with 2000. Mul BX means, so it will do two 16-bit multiplication. So that means by default you not initialize here AX. By default it will multiply AX with BX. So that means AX into BX. So suppose if you are multiplying two 8-bit numbers, you are getting the result will be 16-bit number. So here you are multiplying two 16-bit numbers. So result you are getting 32-bit number. So that means lower 16-bit will be saved in AX and higher 16-bit will be saved in DX. Okay. So multiplication AX into BX means you are getting the result into AX and DX. And during multiplication both AX and BX will change, no? So so that's why again I'm initializing AX with 2000 and BX with 1000. And DX I'm initializing with 000. Okay. So here what you should do, you have to do div BX. Div BX is nothing but uh, so dx ax by bx. So normally that is a 32-bit division. So 32-bit value is represented in terms of dx ax divided by bx. Okay. So when you are doing 32-bit division, you are getting the quotient as 16-bit and remainder as 16-bit. So quotient 2000 divided by 1000 means you are getting the quotient as 2, no, 2 hexadecimal value. So that value you are getting into ax and remainder you are getting into dx. Okay. So this program I will run this program. So go to file, or I can press save. For save, yes, alt f x. X is for exit. Okay. So you are getting out of this editor window. So masm file name. So what is my file name? Arith dot asm semicolon. Okay. So when you press this one, you are getting 0 errors and 0 warnings. Okay. So 0 errors and 0 warnings. So what you should do next, you have to link this program. So link file name arith dot object file. So that means masm arith dot asm means whatever the asm file is there, you are giving it to the assembler. So what the assembler is doing, assembler is converting asm file to object file. So that object file is given to the linker. So what you should do, one second. Okay. So what you should do, you have to link the given file. So the object file is given to the linker. So linker will convert the object file to some absolute object file. So you have to link the file. Link file name arith dot which file, obj semicolon. So if you are not keeping semicolon means you have to press 2 to 3 times. So that's why for the masm file name dot asm semicolon, you have to keep semicolon. Link file name dot obj, you have to keep semicolon. So when you are linking, you should get this one, no stack segment. You have to get this message warning. So warning, you are getting no stack segment, don't bother. So you are getting that message. Next, you have to debug that file. So that absolute object file is given to the debugger. So that we will convert. Linker will convert executable file. Executable file is given to the debugger. So debug file name. So what is my file name? Arith dot obj. Arith dot obj. So here no semicolon. Okay. So you're given that means you assembled the program, you linked the program, and next you debug the program. Sorry, here debug file name arith dot ex, not obj, ex. Okay. So there are some commands, like suppose if you press question mark. Okay. So you'll get this is nothing but helper. So you'll get all the commands like assemble, compare, dump. So in order to enter the values into the address location, you can use e. Suppose if you want to execute whole program, you can use g. G means go to. And some commands you are using during our programming. Suppose if you want to see all the registers which are initial values. So register on power on reset. That means initial values of the register. You can press R. Suppose trace means if you want to see the programming execution step by step, you can use the trace button. So T is for trace. And next, if you want to see all the opcode values, so that means here our each and every instruction is converted into some machine code, so that we call as a opcode. So if you press unassemble, you'll see all the opcodes. Okay. So mostly we are using some T command, G command, and E command. Suppose if you want to display the values present in the memory location, so you can use D for display the values in the memory location. So here what you will do, first I will press R. Okay, so these are the initial values of all the register. That means these are some ax equal to ff means there are some previous values will be there. So that will be so we can call this as the initial values. R is nothing but initial value. Now I'm pressing T. T is nothing but step by step in order to understand this program. So T. So T means this instruction is executed. So what is this instruction? Move AX comma 2000 is there, no? So 2000 value you are getting into AX. Okay. So next trace you got BX as 1000. Okay. Move BX comma 1000 means BX value you got it as 1000. So next instruction add AX comma BX. So that means 2000 plus 1000. What you are getting? The result should be get into the destination register. What is that? Our destination register? AX is our destination register. So that means 3000 is our result. See here, AX you got as 3000. Okay, and next again I'm initializing AX with what? So every time the AX will the accumulator is we call as a processing register. So that means that the result you are storing into the accumulator. So every time the accumulator value AX value will change. So that's why for doing every operation, either it is next subtraction, division, multiplication, I'm changing the values of AX. Okay. So here trace. So that means if you are pressing trace T, now AX is initialized to what? 2000. Okay. So now what you should do? Now next instruction is subtract AX minus BX. So 2000 minus 1000 means result is 1000. That should come into which register? AX. See here. So AX equal to you got as 1000. Now again you have to initialize AX with what? 2000. Okay. So addition is over and subtraction is over. Next multiplication if you see. So again you are initializing AX with 2000 and mul BX. So mul BX means what? This type of instruction we call it the implicit instruction. That means you not initialize the AX in this instruction. By default, it will multiply AX with, it will do the operation with AX. So that means AX into BX. So that means you are getting the result as AX and result in AX and DX. Okay. So see here. So 2000 into 1000 means you are getting 32-bit value. So what is the 32-bit value? Trace means see here. So lower bit will be saved in AX, AX that is 0000, and higher 16-bit value will be saved in DX. So what is our DX? DX equal to 0 to 0 0. So our result is 0 to 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay. So you can verify this multiplication in scientific programmer's calculator. Okay. So again I'm pressing T. So that means here AX, BX and DX values are changing. So again I'm initializing AX with 2000 and next BX with 1000 and DX I'm initializing with 0000. Okay. Now what is this instruction? Div BX. So this is a 32-bit division. So that means you have uh, dividend and divisor. No, so dividend will be dx ax and divisor will be bx. So you are getting the quotient and remainder as a result. So quotient will be saved in ax and remainder will be saved in dx. Okay. So that means dx. So what is our dx? 0000 and ax. What is our ax? Ax is 2000. So anyway, if you are adding 0 towards left side, the value will not change. So that means our value is 2000. 2000 divided by bx is how much? 1000. So our you are getting the quotient as 2 and remainder as 0. No. So when you press T, so that quotient you got into 2 and remainder you got into dx. Okay. Normally remainder is 0. No. So 0 you are getting into dx. Okay. So you can verify with initialize ax with 2001 and bx with 1000. So in that situation you are getting the quotient in ax and remainder is 1 you are getting into dx. You can check like that. Again trace into 03 means you have to terminate the program. So it will be terminated. So it will be in the so program is completed. Okay, into 03 indicates that program is completed. Completed. Now if you press Q, Q means come out of the command prompt. Okay, coming out of the command prompt. So again So like this, you have to do the programming, basic programming for the for what uh, for arithmetic instructions. So arithmetic instructions are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. So next programming. mm, Suppose if you want to do searching of a number, search dot edit search dot asm. Okay. So this is the program to search a given number in a string. Okay, you have to search a given number in a string. Okay. So here you can initialize dot models small or dot code, or you can initialize the data segment separately and code segment separately. Okay, here I initialize data segment separately and code segment separately. Okay, so here if you see, assume CS as data and DS as data, CS as code and DS as data, and this is data segment. So here what I will do, I am giving in an array 5 numbers. So these are the 5 numbers 02, 08, 09, 11, and 82. Okay. So how many numbers I am giving? 5 numbers I am giving now. So I have to initialize a counter. So count, as I told you, equal to, this is a directive. So when I want to initialize any value to variable, I'll use a directive called equal to 5. I'm initializing to count. Okay. And this is array. So wherever I will use array, these values will be used. DB is nothing but defined byte, and these values, these are the arrays of the values. And next, whatever the value I want, I'm searching, that I'm initializing to num, and num is one variable, and DB defined by 82H and data ends. So till here I initialize the data. Okay. So and next code segment. So I'm writing the code segment. Start. So I have to access this data into the code segment. So how we are accessing the data means directly we can't access the data from the data segment to code segment. We have to initialize one intermediate register. Okay. So these are the two instructions to access the data present in the data segment. Okay. So here this is the one move ax comma data. So whatever the data is there, you are moving into ax, and again moving ax into ds. So this is how you have to initialize the data segment. And next you have to initialize the count. So during initialization of count, you can use either cx or cl. So here I am initializing cl as count. So what is our count? So wherever you are using this count, so that will be initialized with what value? 5. Okay. So 1 second. Okay. Edit search dot asm. So so if you see, so I initialize CL as count, and next this is having the data segment address. This is starting from 00H. By default, this will start from the address 0000. Suppose if you initialize uh, org as some 2000, so these values will be starting from 2000. So that means in 0000 this value will be saved, and 0001 8 will be saved. 001 00 next 0010 89 will be saved, 11, like that. These values will be saved. So 0000, 0001, 0002, 0003, and 0004. So these values will be saved. So here you have to initialize this address to si. So how you are accessing this one? So move si in the source index, offset array. So offset, this is nothing but these values will be saved in the offset address. So that's why you are initializing offset this variable, that is array, offset array, and whatever the num value is there, you are initializing to al. Okay, num value you are initializing to al. So here our program is, suppose if a number is present in this array, you should get ax as ffff. If number is not there, you should get ax as what? 0000. Okay. So that is our that is how we have to identify the given number is present in an array or not. Okay. So next what you are doing, you are comparing AL and SI. So that means you are comparing this number with the value present in the SI. Okay. So if both, that means what the compare instruction will do, it will subtract two numbers, but the value will not change, just it will check for the flags. Here you are checking for which flag? Zero flag. Okay. So if both are equal, zero flag will be activated. If both are not equal, zero flag will be not activated. So here what you are doing, you are comparing 82 and 2. So both are not equal, no? So you are not getting zero flag. Simply increment the memory location. And loop up means what you are doing, you are decrementing the count. So the what is the count? Count is 5, count becomes 4. And checking for the condition, either it is 0 or not. Jump if not equal to 0. So it is not equal to 0. Where it will go? It will go to this label loop. Okay. So every time, so next we incremented this one, no? So this value incremented SI means now SI will point to 08. Again you are comparing. Mm, uh, so these both are not equal. Simply increment the memory location and decrement the count. Count becomes what? 3. 3 is not equal to 0. Again it will come to the up. So loop up. Again comparing next value. So you are comparing the next value 89 and this num value 82. So both are not equal, no? So both are not equal. Simply increment the memory location and decrement the count. Count becomes 2 and not equal to 0. Again repeat this loop. Again next value 11. 11 is compared with 82. Both are not equal. So what you are doing? Mm, so this zero flag is not equal to 0. Simply increment the memory location. So and again 82. So the value of 82 will be compared with 82. Okay. So it will be compared. Both are equal. No? So here both are equal. Both values are equal. So now whatever the string you are searching, that will is present. That is present in this array. So what happens? This jump if 0 last. So that means 0 flag is affected. Here 0 flag becomes 1. It will jump to label. So where is this label? Last. Last means what? You are initializing AX with 0 FFFF. Uh, and whatever that value is there, you are moving into which register? BL register. Whatever the uh, uh, means whatever the matched value is there, you are moving into BL register and you are stopping. Suppose that value is not there. Suppose here 81 is there. Suppose whatever the value you are searching, that value is not there. Here 81 is there. So what happens? Mm, so it is comparing two values. Two values both are not equal. So this condition is not satisfying. Simply increment the memory location and loop up. Loop up means the count becomes what? Count becomes 0. So till count becomes 0, so this loop will be repeated. So when count becomes 0, so jump if not equal to 0, the condition is not satisfying. Simply it will come to the next instruction. So that means move AX comma 0 0 0 0. So that means if value is present, so what happens? So if value is present in this array, you should get AX value as FFFF. If value is not present, so when you are comparing, you should get AX value as 0 0 0 0. Okay. So first I will set, I will see for comparing the two values. So this whatever the 82 value you are searching, that is there in our array. Okay. So first I will search for this condition, and next I will search for condition that whatever the value I am searching this this number is not present in this array. Okay. So two cases I will check. So Alt F yes, Alt F X. So now what you should do? Masm file name. What is our file name? Search dot asm semicolon enter. So you got 0 errors and 0 warning. And then next you have to link search dot obj semicolon. Okay. And next mm, debug search dot ex. Okay, so masum link debug. Okay, and next I'm pressing G. G is for running the program. So our value, whatever the number is there, that is number is present in that array. So that means what is my result? Result is AX you should get as FFFF. So whatever the number I am searching, so that number, so that number you should get into uh, BL register. Okay. So G I am pressing C here. So you got the value, no? So here AX equal to what? FFFF. So whatever the number I am searching, that number you got into BX. So that is BX is what? Anyway, BH is 00. So that number you are copying into BL, no? So BX equal to what? 82H. So that is my result. My result is, so number is found in an array. So AX equal to FFFF. That I will understand that number is present in that array. And what is my number? What is my number I'm searching in that array? So that is 82 is my number I'm searching in that array. So that 82 you should get into BL register. Okay. So second case, I will check with the number is not present in this array. Okay. So this 82 is not present in my array. So in place of 82, I'll place 80. Okay. So alt F yes, alt F X. Next masum file name dot asm, masum over link file name dot obj, debug file name dot exe. Okay. Now I am pressing G. Okay. So when you are pressing G, you got AX value as 0000. So that means whatever the number I am searching in a string, that is not found in that string. Okay. So that not found in that string, that's why AX value is 0000. And that is not found, that's why BX value is 0000. If it is found, whatever the number I am searching, that should come into BX. This is how we have to search a given number in a string. Okay. And next string instructions, edit. So I'm writing the program for string instruction to make block of data from one location to another location. First program is without string and next program is with string. Okay. So first program I'm using without string. So I given a name called wo string. Wo is nothing but without string dot asm. Okay. So this is the program for string operation without string. Dot model small dot code. So I'm initializing SI with 1000H and DI with 2000H, and 5 values I want to move from 1000 location to 2000 location. So I should initialize for the count I can use CX register. So CX I'm moving with the 5. Okay, 5 value I'm moving into CX register. So here what you are doing, so so whatever the value present in this location, this square bracket says that content in the location. Okay. So this is a indirect register indirect addressing mode, or we can call it the indexed addressing mode. Here this SI is pointing to this address. This square bracket indicates that there is some value present in this location. You are moving into AL, and whatever the value present in AL, you are moving into the address location which is pointed by DA. Okay. So directly we can't move the values between the two memory locations. So that's why here I am using an intermediate register, that is AL. Okay. And loop back means what it will do? It will do 2-in-1 instruction. So first it will decrement the count. So first value is moved now from SI to DA. So count becomes 5, and it will check for the condition. It is 0 or not. Jump if not equal to 0. So where it will come? It will come to the back. Okay. So like that, every time the data will be moved from next 1001 to 2001, 1002 to 2002, 1003 to 2003, 1004 to 2004. So after movement of five values from these locations, the count becomes 0. Okay. So count becomes 0 means the condition is not satisfying. It will come out of the loop. So into 03 and end. Okay. So this program I'm executing. File save, file save. exit massam file name without string dot asm semicolon link without string dot obj debug without string dot ex enter. Okay, so I'm pressing G. Now what you should do, you have to enter the values into the location 1000. No, so for entering the values into the location 1000, you have to give E is for entering the values, DS is nothing but data segment colon 1000 enter. Okay, so here I'm giving some values, some values 1 2 space 3 4 space 5 6 space 7 8 space 8 9. So how many values? So if you see 1 2 3 4 5, 5 values I given. So enter. I can press G. So that value should be coming to the based on our program. It should come into the location 2000. So I want to see that values into this location. No? So for seeing that values, D is for display. D space DS colon 2000. I want to see only 5 values. No, so I will use L5. Okay, L5 means to watch only 5 values. I can use L5. Suppose to watch a total 10 values, I can use LA. LA in hexadecimal A is 10. No? So decimal of 10 is in hexadecimal A. So 5 values. Uh, so that value should come. mm, E space DS colon 1000. Enter. G enter. D space DS colon 2000 L5. Should get that value. Something is there. Okay. We'll see this one. We'll see. We'll go for the next program. That is the okay. So next program is edit. File name is string with string dot asm. Enter. So this is in order to use that three instructions. You are using only one instruction. So that is repeat. So dot model small dot code. You are initializing SI with 1000, DI with 2000, and you are initializing the count as a 0. So CX as you can initialize as 005H, or you can initialize CL as a CL also. Nothing will happen. In CX as 005H. Repeat is nothing but it's a prefix instruction. So prefix move SB. Move SB means string byte. So you are moving some 8 bits of data from 1000 location to 2000 location, and every time what it will do while transferring one data from 1000 to 2000, the count will be decremented. So the count will be decremented, and it will check for the condition that is 0 or not. So till the count becomes 0, the data will be moved from 1000 to 2000. So this executing massam string dot asm link string dot obj you are getting a fatal error. So we'll see this. I will explain you in the coming lab. Uh, so next program is ascending the given number. Arrange the given numbers in ascending order. Edit, edit. AC sort AC dot AS. So this is a program for ascending order. So here, what I did, uh, so assume CS code DS data, and this is data segment. And next, what I did, I given some list value, list DB 25, 14, 3, 30, 3, and some these values I given. So 25, 14, 33. 1 second. So these are the values I given to the list DB 25, 14, 30, 3, and next 2. Okay, these values I given. These values are given, and next by default it will be saved in the data segment 0000. Okay, so in 0000 25 will be saved, and 0001 14 will be saved, and 00 next 02 30 will be saved, 0003 03 will be saved, and 0002 02 will be saved. Okay, suppose if you want to initialize this value, by default that it will be saved in that initial location. Suppose if you want to save in one location, so I can use this org some org 1000h. Okay, so now what is my data segment? Data segment is 1000h. In 1025 will be saved, and 1001 14 will be saved, and 1002 30 will be saved, and 1003 3 will be saved, 1004 2 will be saved. So how much is the count? How many values are there? 5 values are there. So I am initializing this count equal to 05. Okay. So this count equal to 05 means wherever I will use this count. So I will use this 05. So wherever you will use this variable count, so I'll use this 05 data ends. Here I initialize the data. Okay. So now what you should do? So now what you should do? Code segment. These values I should initialize. Move AX comma data, move DS comma AX. Okay. So this is based on the bubble sort. So that means this is based on the bubble sort. That means whatever the data is there, you are moving into AX, and AX you are moving into DX. And next, if n numbers are there, you have to initialize the count as n minus 1. Okay. So that means this is the external count, external event count, and this is the internal count. DX is acting as external count, and CX you are initializing as internal count. And whatever this address is there, offset address is there, you are initializing to SI, and you are moving this first 25 value to AL and comparing 25 and 14. Okay, so you are comparing 25 and 14. So suppose if you are getting a carry, you should not swap. If you are not getting a carry, you have to swap. Okay, so jump if carry, no swap. So if you are getting a carry, so 25 minus 14 means you are not getting a carry. No, here you have to swap. So that means what you are doing, you are bringing the smallest number to top. Okay, so jump if carry, no swap. So simply increment the SI and decrementing the count and checking for the condition either it is 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, again it will be repeated. So that is nothing but internal loop. So jump if no carry means you have to swap. So you have to do 2 exchanges for swapping. So for swapping these two values, you have to do 2 exchanges. So like that you have to do internal thing. And after completing one iteration, it will come out of the loop. So the count becomes 0. So this condition is not satisfying. So again, you have to decrement the count, external count. So what is our external count? 4, it becomes 3. So decrement dx means it becomes 3. So jump not equal to 0. So where it should go? It should go to the back. Okay. So like that, it will be repeated. So that by using bubble sort technique, we can arrange the given numbers in ascending order. So this program I'm executing. So Alt F X exit. So masm sort ASC dot ASM semicolon link sort ASC dot OBJ semicolon debug ASC sort ASC dot exe, enter. Next, what you should do, you have to give, so already you given the values, no? So you have to press G. So G, enter. Okay, program is executed. Now D space DS colon, what is our data segment value? 1000. Okay, so and I want to see how many values? 5 values, L4. See here. So these values are arranged in ascending order, 0 to 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. So small to big. Suppose here, as I told you, by default, if you are not initializing this org, so by default this segment starts from 0, 0, 0, 0. No, so with this I'm executing this program. Alt F X, masm file name dot asm link file name dot obj debug file name dot exe. Okay, so now G. So where I have to see that value D is for display, DS colon. So what is my initial address? 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is the initial address of the data segment. Okay, so data segment L5. You see, so that values will coming into this data segment. So this is the 0768 is nothing but the segment address. Segment address remains same. Which one will change? Offset will change. So here offset is for the data segment, you can use SI or DA as a offset. Okay, here you are using SI as a offset. So like that, we can write the programming for this ascending order. Okay. So with this, we completed the arithmetic instructions, and the string somewhat I will see that, and I will bring you. And next, searching a given number in an array and sorting. So you can same program you can use for the descending also. Suppose edit sort ASC dot ASM. So in this same program, there is only one change. You can arrange the given numbers in descending order. In place of you can use the same program. So only you have to replace JC with JNC. Okay, JC with JNC. So JC means what you are doing? You are bringing the given number, smallest number to top. No? So JNC means you are bringing the highest number to top. Okay, so I'm executing this. So masm sort dot asm link sort dot as debug sort dot exe d space ds. So you have to execute the program. No, G d space ds colon 1000 and L5. Sorry, d space ds colon 0000. Okay, that is our initial address. No, see here, d space ds colon 0000. I want to see only 5 values. See here, so this is arranged 30, 25, 14, 3, 2. Okay, so like that you can arrange the given numbers in ascending as well as descending. If it is ascending, you have to place jump if carry no square. If it is a descending, jump if no carry no square. Okay, only that instruction you have to change to arrange the given numbers in ascending and descending order. Okay, so with this we covered mostly 3 programs. Okay, thank you.